The Carbonia challenge. This is a hydrogen atom, the simplest chemical element in the universe. When two hydrogen atoms fuse together, they form a helium atom. And part of its mass is transformed into lots and lots of energy. Inside the sun, fusions like this form in an immense mass reaching 15 million degrees Celsius. This much energy allows the sun to heat planets located millions and millions of miles away. The energy from the sun travels at 186,000 miles per second in the form of light. It reaches Earth in 8 minutes. Here, it heats the surface of the planet. It evaporates water from the sea and land. It forms fog and clouds. It produces rain and storms. It causes winds and hurricanes. The energy provided by this immense ball of heat and light works a true miracle here on Earth. Thanks to its light, algae and all green plants become capable of photosynthesis, which turns water and carbon dioxide into living matter. The byproduct they release into the air is oxygen. Yes, the same oxygen we breathe. This is due to chlorophyll, a green pigment found inside a microscopic sac called chloroplast, which is found in all plant leaves. There we see the formation of glucose molecules, which provide structure and chemical energy for generating all cells and living organisms. Dozens of chloroplasts in 100 of cells in many, many leaves turns plants into a powerful machine for capturing carbon dioxide and producing organic matter. Plants are improved with flowers, which produce fruit and seeds that feed animals and us humans. Human beings were physically weak animals. However, their large and complex brain, the shape of their hands with their opposable thumbs, and their ability to walk on 2 legs, leaving their hands free to gather and hunt, made a huge difference. But the factor that would change the life of the human species in its prehistory was the mastery of fire. Fire brought light, protection, and warmth on cold nights. Cooking food made digestion faster and nutrition more efficient. Movement, traction, strength. The energy of the muscles multiplied with the help of these tools created by human intelligence. We soon managed to borrow the energy of friendly animals. This occurred in every corner of the world. And one of the human inventions that would transform man's use of force forever was the wheel. Then humanity built mechanisms to harness the energy from the strength of the water currents. From the blowing of the winds. And for the animals' muscles. The mastery of animal power, combined with the invention of the wheel, led to the first cars for transporting people and cargo. However, there comes a time in history when man discovers how to produce energy. The production of water vapor would propel the first engines. The transformation of heat into movement revolutionized human history. In industry and transportation, steam engines replaced human and animal power. A steam engine generated the same energy as dozens or even hundreds of horses. That's why we get the term horsepower or HPs. This comes from where we applied it to the power of the engine. But there's a problem. Generating energy requires natural resources. You can't obtain steam without burning wood. You can't burn wood without cutting down forests. And that's just what happened. Cutting down and burning trees was the fuel for many and many factories, locomotives, and boilers all across the world. But not even the use of coal helped to contain this devastation. Cities grew, and with them the first health problems caused by air pollution. It's an evil plaguing us to this day. Amidst all the smoke and soot, humans discovered how to use, in practice, a form of energy described since the ancient times: electricity. Light bulbs, batteries, electric motors, and generators revolutionized the world of machines. Electricity also allowed us to communicate over long distances. Later, the use of electric current led to the extraordinary progress in the digital and electronic world. Meanwhile, another ancient discovery gained new and more strategic use: oil. During the 20th century, oil became the most powerful generator of energy. Oil refining started to produce the fuels that feed internal combustion engines. Combustion indeed. By the middle of the 19th century, engineer Nicholas Otto created a gasoline-powered engine by vaporizing it, mixing it with compressed air, and igniting it with an electric spark. A new type of engine, which did not need a spark, was developed a few years later. The engine and its fuel was named after its inventor, diesel. The new machines would go on to propel the world. Throughout the 20th century, the proliferation of various types of vehicles and machines generated an exponential increase in the demand for fuel. This was the beginning of a problem that would reach threatening proportions. Large quantities of carbon stored in the forest and in reserves of coal, oil, and gas ended up in our atmosphere. Carbon is the most prevalent among those gases that causes the greenhouse effect. But what is the greenhouse effect after all? At first, it's a beneficial phenomenon. Carbon dioxide in the atmosphere helps prevent the energy from the sun, which heats the Earth, from returning to space, leaving the planet cold. However, the excess of this gas and others, such as methane, begin to overheat the planet as if it was a large greenhouse. The weather seems to be getting more and more turbulent tornadoes and hurricanes. Extremely high temperature and wildfires. Glaciers melt, the sea is advancing on coasts. Severe floods all over the planet. The world needs to react. The most urgent measures: planning for the replacement of fossil fuels such as oil and coal with other renewable, less polluting energy sources. Employing more efficient technologies to harness the power of rivers to turn solar energy into electricity. To collect the power of wind and tides. Expanding the applications and use of electrical energy. Prioritizing the use of biofuels such as ethanol from sugarcane, biodiesel from palm oil, biomethane obtained from organic waste. Now we have green hydrogen. When burned, this powerful fuel produces energy and water. But technological innovation alone is not enough. We need to reduce the forest fires, conserve the ecosystem, and restore degraded forests. Is it possible to do all of this and continue producing more and more energy to meet the needs of the 8 billion people? Yes, it is possible. We've already managed to act together to reduce the ozone hole. We can do the same with emissions. It's up to us. Our dream is to produce clean, abundant, low-cost energy for everyone. Our utopia is to create our own sun right here. It is to build a balanced, welcoming world. However, to reach this goal, we have a big challenge ahead of us.